Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're popping the hood on one of the most demanding sports on the entire planet, rugby sevens, to really figure out what makes these incredible athletes tick.
So the big question is, how do you build the perfect player for a game that is just nonstop high-intensity action? Well, it's not just about being fast. Nope. It's a really unique blend of a massive engine and explosive chassis and some seriously smart software. Let's break it all down. All right, first up, let's talk about the engine. We're talking about the incredible physiological machine these athletes need just to stay in the game. I mean, sevens is a brutal, relentless sport, and to compete, you need a world-class motor. Get this, 2,256 meters. That's the average distance an elite men's sevens player covers in just a single fitness test. It's basically a series of lung-busting sprints with almost no rest. It's a brutal measure of their ability to just keep going. And that, right there, is the foundation of their nonstop engine. And, this specific test is so important because it perfectly mimics what a real game feels like. This isn't about running a marathon. It's about explosive acceleration, slamming on the brakes, and then doing it all over again just seconds later. That is the rhythm of rugby sevens. You can think of this VO2 max number as kind of like the fuel efficiency of their engine. The higher that number, the more mileage they get out of every single breath. And just look at the difference. Their score is leagues above an average active person's. In a game where the work-to-rest ratio is almost 1-to-1, that efficiency is absolutely everything. Okay, so a big engine is fantastic, but you've got to have a chassis that can actually handle all that horsepower, right? Now we're talking about the explosive speed and raw strength that create those game-breaking moments. I mean, just look at these numbers. They're absolutely staggering. We're talking about sprinting 40 meters in just over 5 seconds, with a vertical jump that would seriously impress in the NBA. But check out that last number, momentum. That's not just a buzzword. That is the science behind the hit. It's the raw, quantifiable force they bring into every single tackle, every single line break. So here's the crucial question. All that raw physical ability is amazing, but it's pretty much useless if you don't have the skills and the strategy to actually use it. You've got this incredible engine and chassis, but how do you pilot it to victory? And that brings us to the software. This is the tactical brain, the operating system that turns a great athlete into a great sevens player. Because in a game with so much open space, making smart decisions is every bit as important as physical talent. Yeah, there's this saying in the sevens world, whoever controls the kickoffs controls the scoreboard. It is the most frequent play in any match, and it's this amazing collision of tactics, timing, and pure athleticism, all for the sake of possession. And here's the kicker. This is why it is so pivotal. Unlike in regular 15-a-side rugby, where the team that scores receives the next kick, in sevens, the scoring team kicks off to their opponent. This is a huge deal. It gives them an immediate chance to win the ball right back and score again. This one rule creates massive momentum swings. And if you can master this, it is a game-changing advantage. Just look at Argentina at the Tokyo Olympics. They recovered nearly 60% of their own kickoffs. That's more than double the tournament average. It is absolutely no coincidence that they walked away with a bronze medal. It is seriously like a perfectly choreographed play. It all starts with a coded call targeting a tiny patch of grass. Then comes the kick itself, launched with a perfect height and hang time. And finally, the compete. You have these specialist athletes sprinting to arrive at that exact spot at the exact moment the ball does. It's a beautiful, chaotic art form. So how in the world are these incredible physical and tactical abilities actually built? Well, it definitely doesn't happen by accident. They are meticulously forged through highly specific, highly functional training systems designed for the unique demands of the sport. This is where the science really meets the sweat. Remember those benchmarks we saw earlier? The 5.11-second sprint, the 66-centimeter jump? Those aren't just stats on a page. Nope, they are the targets. Literally every single training drill is designed to chip away at those numbers, to turn raw potential into a game-winning performance. And you know what's really fascinating? A lot of these elite attributes are built without a ton of fancy equipment. We're talking about fundamental, functional body weight exercises. You've got squats and lunges to build that lower body power for sprinting and jumping. A YTWL circuit to basically bulletproof the shoulders for the brutal impacts of the game. And hamstring drops to protect against those high-speed running injuries.
So all of that training, every squat, every sprint, it's all building towards one critical quality: speed, endurance. Because, look, being fast is one thing, but being just as fast and just as explosive in the 14th minute of a championship final as you were in the first minute of the tournament, that's the secret sauce. That's what wins gold medals. So when you put all of these pieces together, the engine, the chassis, the software, and the system, you get the complete sevens athlete. But a great team is so much more than just 7 identical players. A championship team is more like a Swiss Army knife, right? It's got a specialized tool for every single job you can imagine. You need powerful strikers who are basically human wrecking balls. You need expert ruckmen to secure the ball at the breakdown. You need clever playmakers to pull the strings and organize everything. And of course, you need the speedsters, the pure finishers with untouchable pace. You need that whole package to win. So this brings us back to the ultimate question. Is the perfect Rugby 7 player born with natural talent, or are they meticulously forged? And the real answer is both. You have to start with that gift of raw talent, but that gift is then taken and forged in the fire of a highly sophisticated system, thousands of hours of training that turn them into one of the most complete and frankly impressive athletes in the entire world.